Hello, everyone. I am Tamisha, and I run the Boss Woman Future group. I was supposed to go live for a rebranding, which I had set for. Ooh, it was in I think it was set for October. It may have been set for October. I just have to double check. Sorry. So I set a rebranding on there. I set a rebranding post saying that I was going to talk about rebranding and what is all considered in rebranding and just being able to see your creation in the eyes that you choose. It doesn't matter. It matters. What I'm going to say, it doesn't matter the creative way in which you show your creation or your idea, but it does have an impact on you changing it. I think there's a estimate of time when you can change it and when you can't change it. So it's best to just get your ideas all laid out and go from there. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I was going to do a live video, but I wasn't able to do the live video. Some stuff came up. I wasn't even able to let you guys know that I wasn't going to be able to do the live, but I want to be more transparent with you guys, and I want to make sure that you know what's going on with the group. I am building this group page, and I have been building it for a while now, and I'm not where I want to be, but I do have some of the knowledge to share with you guys. And if you guys need anything else, I'm sure that I can help you get to that information. So again, my name is Tamisha. I am working on building this platform up to help not just myself, but to help other business owners and people who are trying to decide and make choices and decisions in their lives, to do different things. There's so many things you could do in the world. So you want to try to do as much as you can, So, yes. Again, like I said, I wasn't able to even let you guys know something did come up, but I want to be more present in that form. So, yeah, I have things that I'm going through, things that I'm working through, and things that hinder me. Excuse me. Girls in their hair. Things that are affecting my life and that I still have to work through every day. So I'm just trying to stay strong for me, and I'm also trying to stay strong for you guys, because I do believe that we all have challenges and that we're all faced with, adversity and, different things that we go through every day. I do ask if you could bring good affirmations to me. That would be amazing, because I put out so much good into the world. I want to see so many people succeed and do well in their lives. Um, I get happy for these kind of things, and I look at people like, if you're able to do it, then what makes any difference for me? Yeah, so with that being said, I want to go ahead and get into the rebranding segment. Um, and I want to go ahead and um, give you some information that I have been researching. And yeah, we can go from there. Ooh, child, I gotta take this hair out. So excuse my hair, because it needs washing and all of that stuff. But yeah, so um let's go ahead and get started. I have some notes here that I will be looking at, and then I will be letting you know what I see. So let's go ahead and delve in it and see what we can get out of this. So we're going to talk about rebranding, and we're going to talk about where that leads and what's the conclusion of that, the details of that, how that works, so that we can manifest things and move forward. Even people who are just seeing this and it's just relevant, or it's just information, it's something that you can use. Yeah, you can inbox me and let me know if you even like this, rebranding. And I am available. So, rebranding is a market strategy. And when we talk about marketing strategy, it's like you have to do your homework, you have to do your research, you have to do what benefits you. So when we're talking about marketing, we're talking about something that's going to be put out so that it could be sold, so that it could be of value. And strategy, we're talking about what works for you. What's the strategy, and what, um, getting to, getting to, we're talking about getting, when we're talking about the strategy, we're talking about getting to the depth of the concept, and the details. So the details is more like a business plan. So when you're rebranding, you have to fit it back in your business plan. You have to put it in your business plan. The first business plan you would probably do would be like a 3-year business plan. And then if you want to go back to that plan and you want to change some things around, like rebranding your business identity, you want to think about the name of the business. You want to think about um, you want to think about in terms of the name. So you also want to think about anything symbolic, and that would be more of a design. So so in your concept, you would be looking for a name and a symbol. So if you were to rebrand, it would be a different name, it would be a different symbol, and then that would be your concept. And that's your combination to the start of rebranding, and establishing the brand, with the intention of developing something new, something that is different, and is able to be identified in the minds, So there are very ancient symbols, you know. Um, it's good to make up different names, things that you never seen or you haven't seen, but it goes with your plan symbolically. So we're gonna go into the depth of your consumers, your investors, your competitors, your stakeholders. Your consumers would be people who buy into your business. Your investors would be people who put money into your business. Your competitors would be people who are doing the same thing as you. And your stakeholders, depending on what kind of operation you're running as far as taxes and financial gain, it would be, I'm not sure, I would have to go look it up, but for the stakeholders, it's people that are working in your business, and maybe, depending on how, the higher you are in rank and the more money you're making, it's better to have these people as surveys or people who will be able to discuss these things with you. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let me see what happened here. Okay. So the light went out for a minute. These lashes are terrible, honey. Excuse me. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. My light is going out, and we're going to try to keep it on. Because if it's dark like that, I can't see. So, yeah. All right, let's get back to it. So, yeah, you want to use these people as, like, test tools. Yeah, you want to use them like test tools. You want to bring them to the round table. If you're established on social media, you want to talk to your consumers about, hey, how does this, is this good? Do you like this symbol? Do you like this name? It's part of your rebranding. So you want to invite people in to help you and let them know that you're, in the midst of changing things. So even your investors, you want to make sure that your investors are on board because they're putting money behind you. They are the ones that are going to make sure that you have the bag, that you have the money to... Okay, so I have this little light thing here, and it's just not going for me. I don't know why it's starting to go out like that. I don't know why it's starting to go out like this. All right, so we have a malfunction. You see the light? It's going out, okay? So let's see what we can do. Okay, so we got a little sunlight. I'll probably edit this out. So we got to work with this. It's really not, letting me. I don't know why people say that. It's just going right back out. All right, so let's get back on it. So the investors bring the bag. They put the money up for the supplies, for anything. But at that point, the investors are there. So letting them in on, hey, I want to rebrand this, I want to rename that. That is very good. And then you want to make sure that your competitors are not doing the same thing as you. So don't have the same name, don't have the same symbol. So you want to differentiate yourself. You want to be different. You want to make sure that you're doing something that nobody else is doing. And so and these are quick changes. They're quick changes, and you have to be able to brand your logo. There are things that you have to do as far as the legal part. So you have to make sure that everything is in place legally, like copyrights and things like that. So legal names. So rebranding is the brand logo, which we just discussed. We talked about the symbolism, the symbol, the design. We talk about making the name legal as far as in taxes, and establishing your business on social sites and different things like that. Also, images. All of this ties into rebranding. Images. So what type of images you're going to have, whether it be in your place of business, whether it be travel images. It could be any kind of images that you want to change up. Whether it be your promotion through your clothes, your rebranding, your marketing strategy. So like we talked about, when you put things on the market, what kind of strategy are you gonna, what have you upgraded your strategy? Are you doing different kind of are you doing a different kind of branding strategy or marketing strategy? Are you doing something different? Advertising themes, where it be colors, schemes, anything in that anything of that theme, excitement kind of, your back layers, all of your artsy stuff, any skilled articulate things would be your advertising themes, colors, name, fonts, size, anything in that nature. And this is what is going to reposition the brand, the company. And people do this. People rebrand themselves for the sake of this is a valid point. Some people who are in negative situations and have a connotation on them. So if people are trying to do schemes and plots and things on your business, if you got into a point where your business is in a negative place, some people rebrand themselves because of that, and we must take that into consideration. Or if somebody feels like they've been in that business and they've been at a stalemate where, as far as economically, their brand has been stagnated in the value, some people rebrand to give more value to their market of business. They also communicate a new message. A new board of directors wishes to communicate. So people also rebrand for a new message, a new purpose, a new plan. Not wanting to, continue the way things and the routine and the schedule of things being the same way. People want more excitement, more liveness, more creation. Some people see new visions in their plans and they want to go off on that. So the 10 ideas I discovered for rebranding are: logo, 1; marketing strategy, 2; location, 3; price point, 4; social media revamp, 5; taglines, 6; visual identity to its website, 7; attracting better or more customers. That's a really good one. I've been working on some of these. I'll discuss which ones. I lost number. Close sales more easily. Reduce costs. Value. So, as some people want to go up, I read that one, reduce value. Some people could want to lower their prices just to see how it will work for their customers. So things that I've been working on a few things, like the logo, like my marketing strategy. I could use all of these for my business, or coming soon business. I could use all of these. All of these would be a stamp for me as far as rebranding goes, because that's what we're on. We're talking about rebranding and getting our business to a place where we can see it grow and prosper in the way we see fit. So I'll give a couple examples of people changing the corporation image, which is the company or the organization, and the new name and the symbol, or change in design for already designed. So it's a little, you could do a little bit of change in design that you already have to establish the brand. Sorry, I'm reading my notes. I took a lot of notes and I didn't know it was going to go 24 minutes. Let's not make it an hour, please. I'm almost done, you guys. I just want to go over a couple more things. So yeah, I'm gonna give you an example, and then you can go research it or look it up. You can type it in on Google and see the different designs, or maybe the upgrade of the same design. So yeah, this example that I'm going to give you, this is what they did. So we read that. A different identity for a brand from its competitors. So yeah, so we detailed that as far as you wanting to not be with the same outlook as another business has. So you don't want to be having the same design or anything that's the same as other business. Including the logo, name, symbol, which is the process of rebranding. Okay, so you want to try to stay from brand merger. This is for branding out from your competitors. So brand merger or accusation. So you want to brand fresh, full rebranding. Okay, and so an example of that is Kia and Volkswagen. Okay, so they have Kia. Okay, many years ago, Kia and Volkswagen designed their first symbol, and the name Kia stuck, and the name Volkswagen stuck as well. So the only thing they did was symbolism. So they changed their symbolism, and you could go look it up and compare the different symbolisms for Kia and Volkswagen. So for them, it was the process of reshaping how a company or a product is perceived. So that was the law. That was the legalism in what they did. So the process that they took was reshaping how a company or product is perceived. All right, so we're going to go into a little bit more of this. All right, so this is the outcome of sitting with yourself so that you are able to see your vision. Okay, so now at this point you want to start writing you want to start journalizing all and everything that you see in your brand, and you want to start questioning yourself. You want to start doing comparison and contrast, and you want to find a middle ground of what is going to shape your business, as far as you becoming a different name, a different symbol, and anything and rebranding that you do. So Do you want to start like everything is already done? Do you want to have the mindset like everything is already done? Because it is. It is. You, in rebranding, you have to already have your business, right? Or at least an idea or a concept of where you're going with the business. So you want to know the long view of your customer's experience. So you want to ask yourself, what is my customer's experience? What will be my customer's experience? You know, what would my customers experience out of my business? You know, as far as your business being on a site, as far we talked about this, is your business being at a visible location, location that has an address, right? Or a social site that you're on, and you have established hours, and you have gave numbers, and you probably do have a, you know, location, you know, place of establishment. You want to determine the reason behind your rebranding. You want to ask yourself, why am I doing rebranding? Why am I rebranding? Okay, because we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Like I said, I gave you an example of someone being in a negative situation, whereas people are doing different things as far as defaming you or making lies up about you, or you're just having a negative impact on your business. And you want to go ahead and ask yourself, why am I rebranding? Because I want a new name, because I want a new symbol, because I want my business to be more of value, because I want to, you know, it's already done, but I want to see what else would I need? What is my marketing strategy? Have I had a marketing strategy? Do I need a marketing strategy? You know, consider current employees and customers. Okay, so you want to poll, because you want to make polls and graph. You want to be graphic with these polls, and you want to do either socialism polling, or you can polling at a location. Okay, let's speed this up. And this can help with pitfalls of expenses, like what do you need? What do you need for this rebranding? As far as what are you going to buy? Do you need more? Do you need marketing shirts, or we just talked about that? Or you need traveling marketing on vehicles or vans, or do you need marketing on your business or your whatever product you need marketing on? That would be it for you. I just want to speed this up. So you want to ask yourself these questions, and you want to get your loyal customers involved, so that they can understand the changes. You want to communicate why you're making these changes to your customers. You want to define core company values. Core values are a foundation of being successful. Rebranding, you want a rebranding campaign. You know, campaigns are very good. Campaigns are very good. You get to market really well. You get to put more value on your business. You get to make small changes gradually, and you get to master all of the major products. You get to conduct market research, location, prices, etc. You get to access data. You get, and when accessing data, you get consumer feedback, reviews, social media platform reviews, and sales that are trendy. Okay, you need to know your customers' likes and dislikes. You need to seek feedback from stakeholders, people who have a percentage in your company. It's more like investors, consumers, anybody that's major in your business and how it operates. Because customers, employees, you want to do self-feedback and in-depth marketing research for data and insights to build a substantial rebuilding strategy. Okay, this is a little bit more information where you need to define and differentiate yourself. We have been talking about this. You have to find a unique niche. All right, you got to find something that's just for you and that's going to work out just for you by defining yourself, having a selling point. An example of a selling point is selling only complex solution, or are you keen to be known as a budget friendly? All right, so things that are complex, okay? But whatever these complexes is, it has a solution. Or are you budget friendly? You have the research for a group of individuals, or a worldly form of people who you think could bank off of a good budget, a friendly budget. You can't appeal to everybody, so what you have is what they get. Establish a firm brand voice. Customers are a big part of rebranding, so establishing a firm brand voice is in place. So you have to have a firm voice, okay? You have to know what you want, and you have to go out there and you have to get it, okay? You have to treat rebranding as a project. It's stakeholders needing to be present and creating a project, brief, or a document that keeps everyone on the same page. The brief should outline the challenge, why the project exists. Why are we going through this project? Why are we doing this project? When you're rebranding, you want to make sure that you're rebranding and you're having a grip on it. You're having control of what you're doing, because a lot of the ideal and the creations, it's irrelevant, but the paperwork and things that you have to do behind the scenes are more important. So when you're talking about all of the research and adding people to be consumers and investors and stakeholders and employees, you're inviting all these people to help you determine, giving you feedback and polls, and being able to graphically put these things in percentage, and be able to have a broader outlook on these things. Yeah. So you want to make sure everybody is on the same page, okay? The brief, all right? You want to try to keep everything brief. So the brief should outline the challenge, why the project exists. We just talked about the objective, what we want to achieve, the team, outstanding questions that need to be answered, and the process by which you would need to answer those questions. Okay? Why does the project exist? What we want to achieve, the team. All of these things are incorporated in the rebranding. Ensure employees understand why. Be clear internally on the reason for rebranding. Your employees should know why you're rebranding, okay? Whether that be to move away from past or retiring old brand. Move away from past, from negativity, or just moving away from past positively. Alright, so I see I'm going to have to put these videos together. And my video space is running out. I'm trying to get this roll on and try to stay on this path of just being able to have everything laid out and make sure that I'm able to be a word for you guys. So now at the end, this is it. I'm going to tell you a few more things and then we're going to close this off. Yeah, you want to make sure that these employees know if you're just moving away from the past or you just want to rebrand. You're just retiring the old brand, okay? You want to balance customers' needs and changes that fuel engagement. You want to use those graphs. You want to use those pie charts and those percentages from your customers, the polls that you get, the testing of the products. If you're bringing in new products, I don't think that's part of, I think that's products. That's products, not rebranded, but it all ties in together. So we have to realize that. The reason for rebranding is to create a stronger bond with the customers. The risk is alienation of committed customers. So the reason for rebranding is to create a stronger bond with your customers. The risk is alienation, that these people leave because you have some kind of difference. So if you can, with the name and the symbol, just be a little bit different. Anything else, you can put it in your plans. You understand? Okay, the risk of rebranding. We want to talk about the risk of rebranding. Like I said, alienation. But you want to try, we want to try to stay away from the alienation because we want to try to build a stronger connection with our customers. The risk of rebranding is loss of brand equity. All right? So we don't want to lose equity. The amount of money the owner of an asset will be paid after selling it, and any debts associated with the asset were paid off. So we're talking about losing the loss of brand equity. So we're talking about the risk of rebranding. The amount of money the owner of an asset will be paid after selling it. So, and any debts associated with the asset were paid off. All right. So we don't want to have to go into debt. All right. Because of rebranding. So we have to watch out. As far as how far we are in our business, if we're 20, 30 years in our business, then we don't have to make so many changes because obviously the customers like what they've experienced so far, you know, and they're able to grow with the little altering of a design or, you know, putting a comma by a name or, you know, a different font of a name. Like you could do different, you can change the color, you know, those different details are okay. Changing the color, changing the font, changing the size of the font. Those are okay, but we don't want to make decisions like, oh, my name is Kia, but now it's Volkswagen. Well, we had two examples. Those are the two examples that I gave you to look up as an example for the little bit they did. They only changed with the symbolism. So if you go and you look up the different symbolisms for Kia and Volkswagen, that's about all they did was change the symbols, not the name. All right, the name is a big thing. So you don't want to go having the brand name this way, having the brand name as one name and then changing it to a different name. And with that, how you do that, you would let your customers know, hey, I'm changing the name. Hey, investors, I'm changing the name. Hey, consumers, I'm changing the name. Hey, stakeholders, I'm changing the name. What do you think about me changing the name? Do you think this name is better than this name? Do you think we'll get more customers with the marketing strategy? Because the marketing strategy is what is already out there. You want to try to stay at knowing that everything is already done. So if everything is already done, let me just alter that a little bit. Let me just alter this a little bit. Let me just change that around. You don't want to alienate the people, and you want to try to keep them with you and not go into debt because you made these certain changes. And if it was a negative reason, I think people should know, if it caused, if there was anything that shaped the way in which your value or your product, anything with your marketing, anything that was tampered, and you just want to go and change these things around, you make sure that you have the heavy hitters on. You make sure you have all these key players around you, and you're talking to them, and you're making sure that it works out for everybody involved, letting your employees know why you're changing, and what's going on. You want to keep everybody updated and not in concern. Yes, so that is what I wanted to come to you guys and talk about. I'm glad I got it out. I'm glad it's about to come out for you guys to see. And I know that it's going to help a lot of you. So I actually did and is still doing some rebranding. I got to get to my son. He's busy in here. So yeah, with that being said, I did some rebranding. I'm still in the process of doing different things. It's just me. So I'm trying to work it out and get it all done. And as I'm unfolding, I'm wanting you to see what is occurring. So you guys stay tuned, stick with me, enjoy the valuable information, take it as knowledge and a lesson for your future business, your past business, and things that you want to change. I thank you guys for being here. I thank you for being a part of Boss Woman Future, and I look to see you guys in the future, like in physical form and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I just want to say thank you. All right, Boss Woman Future people. Yay. Bye.